Welcome everybody, it is Claudia with Patchwork with Claudia. Today we are working on the attic window block. To make this block we will need 4 squares 3.5 inches color A, 4 squares 3.5 inches color B, 4 squares 3.5 inches color C, 2 squares 4 inches color B, and 2 squares 4 inches color C. Let's see it how it works. I have all 16 squares that I need to make this block. Now it is time to make the half square triangle sections with the 4-inch squares. So we take 2 of these squares and draw a diagonal line. And from that line we measure a 1/4 inch and draw the outside lines. We are going to sew on the outside lines. After we sew, we press the fabric and then we cut on the middle line. So I have here my other 4-inch square. I lay out, align my fabrics, and I will do here. And now it's time to start sewing. I'm going to align my fabrics again. And now it's time to join these 2 squares. So I have here the squares. Now I press and cut and press again. I have here already the pieces. Now it's time to trim all 4 pieces so we get a 3.5 square. So let's start doing that. So let me move all the pieces, and then after we have these 4 ready, we set up our block. So these pieces need to measure 3.5 inches around. So let's trim them. So here is the first one that is already clean, 3.5 inches. Now I need to do the same with the other 3 pieces. We have here all sections ready to start assembling our block. The block is already laid out, so now it's time to start sewing together it row by row. We have 4 rows to complete. And then after we assemble the rows, then we press, and after that we continue assembling our block. So let's start sewing. I'm going to start here with row number 1. I organize my fabrics and start sewing. We sew as always a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now the second part of the first row. Now we are working on the second row. Organize my fabrics. Now it's time to start sewing the third row. Again, I align my blocks. Now it's time for my fourth row. Now I'm going to sew because I have half row done. Now I'm going to complete my row. Organize my fabrics here, that they align very well corner by corner. And now the last one. All 4 rows are ready. Now let's see what we have so far. So we have this one here, this one here, here is row number 3, and here is row number 4. So now we are going to press them and continue assembling our block. All 4 rows are ready. We can appreciate the pattern better since they are already pressed. Now it is time to join the rows. So to do that one, I am going to put together row 1 and row 2, and I am going here to nest my seams together with pins, so we will get points and our corners match very well. So let's do here one more pin, and then let's do the same with row 3 and 4. I am going to nest my seams and so I can get my points and my corners match up very well. Let's see aquí the second. And let's get here one more. This is the attic window block version 1. I will make a version 2, and I invite you to follow me for the next tutorial, where I'm going to show you how to make this block using squares and rectangles. So this one I am calling attic window version 1, and the next tutorial will be attic window version 2. Let's see our pattern. So we can see here. Now we are going to join these two, and our pattern will be done. So let's work here. Start, I'm going to nest my seams so my corners will match up. Let's continue sewing. Here is the pattern. Here is our block. Now it's time to press it one more time and we will be done. Here is our attic window version 1 ending block. It measures 12.5 inches. I invite you to practice it, subscribe to my channel, share the videos and give me thumbs up. See you next time here in Patchwork with Claudia. Bye.